Hello, my friends. I want to welcome all of my friends that are watching this live on Facebook, watching this live on LinkedIn, and on my YouTube channel. Additionally, I want to welcome all of my students, my bootcamp participants, and their guests that are participating in this live Zoom. Please feel free to talk to me in the chat, and happy that you're all here. Now, tomorrow night, we finish up our May boot camp. We're going to be talking about closing the sale. Let me just take a quick peek and see who's here. Now, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have my quarterly 3-day top earner retreat. Social networks are changing all the time. Network marketing is changing all the time. Last month, the Federal Trade Commission announced new rules banning non-compete agreements. You know, when most people get into a network marketing company, even the most business-oriented people sign the distributor application. When my divorce attorney signed me up in network marketing and he handed me the distributor application, I laughed at him. I says, "You're kidding me." I ran a multi-million-dollar publishing company. I've signed all kinds of contracts. Who in their right mind would sign this agreement that basically said the company could terminate you at will, could change the compensation plan at will? And of course, parts of the agreement said that I was prohibited from working with any other network marketing company. But I signed it. Why? Because I was desperate. I needed to get into something where I could start generating some income. And of course, my sponsor told me that this is to protect the distributors from the actions of bad players. Okay. I never understood the compensation plan. As a matter of fact, I didn't understand the compensation plan for 2 years. When somebody wanted to ask me about the compensation plan, we had a video to watch it. But I want to tell you something. If you expect to be successful in your business, you have to be able to show people how you make money. You have to understand the compensation plan. When I realized that, I put in the time, I put in the effort, and I mastered the compensation plan so that I could explain to people that I was talking to, because I was looking for business builders, how you make money. And it drove me crazy the last year of the company. They were changing the compensation plan all the time. And I had to relearn it. So how does banning non-compete agreements, how is that going to affect you? Well, we're going to spend this weekend during the retreat. We're going to dive into that, but it is going to have major ramifications. You see, your distributor agreement forbids you from working with any other network marketing company. But on the other hand, it also states that you're an independent contractor. Well, there's a little bit of a problem here. If you're an independent distributor, then you're independent. You should be able to do anything that you want. But no, the non-compete agreement forbids you from working with any other company. The non-compete agreement also forbids you from marketing or selling anything to other distributors in the company. Well, The non-compete agreement is out the window, which means that you can participate in more than one network marketing opportunity. And over the last 2 days, I've talked to the top earners in 4 companies who are all closely looking at this and how it's going to affect them. And not just them, but the people on their team. Major, major ramifications. Now, all week we've been talking about why network marketers are searching for new homes. And on Sunday night, Monday night, we gave examples of companies that were leaving, leaders that were leaving companies. We demonstrated how you can find them and how you can bring them into your business. We're going to dive a little deeper into that, but we're also going to touch on some areas, again, that you're never going to hear from anybody else. Les, it's nice to see you. I remember you. John told me that you'd be calling back in, so I'm glad to see you. Now, when you know what the top earners in your business know and do what they do, you will become a top earner faster. 28 years ago, I discovered the secrets to making money on a social network. 4 steps. Create a profile, connect with people, communicate with them, and close them. And over the years, I've helped hundreds of thousands of people become incredibly successful in the business. Recruiting. But I didn't learn some of the secrets that I'm going to share with you tonight until I was in the business for 3.5 years. And I learned it by accident. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm holding my second top earner retreat. And I am doing something I've never done before. For Mother's Day, we put together a special promotion. You can use the promo code Great Deal and participate for $99. Now, you may have plans. You might not be able to attend all of the events, but it's okay because every session is going to be recorded, so you could watch it at your convenience. As a matter of fact, I understand that half the people that are registered are not going to participate. They're going to watch the recorded sessions. So I'm going to put in the chat a link Oops. And I'm happy to see my friend Kurt, who is a top earner and a leader in the business. So how does this play out in Canada? Well, what's done in the United States eventually ends up going to Canada. Bottom line is, if your business is based in Canada, then it might not affect you at all. You could live in Canada, but if you do business in the United States and you're working with a company that's based in the United States, it's going to play an important part of your business growth. Now, there are 10 secrets that network marketing top earners know, but you don't. They don't share this information for a number of reasons. But when you apply it to your daily prospecting and recruiting activity, you will become a top earner much faster. Applying this information will have an explosive effect on the growth of your business. And when you participate in the retreat, 2 of the tools we're going to give you our ebook, How Network Marketers Catch Whales, People with Large Circles of Influence, and the Top Earners 90-Day Game Plan. Now, this secret helped Francisco build a team of 72,000 people in 20 months. He now has 500,000 people on his team because he's recruiting whales, people with large circles of influence. It helped Sheldon add 3,500 people to his Manatech business in 3 weeks. And it helped Cindy add 3,000 people to her business in 3 months. During the retreat, we're going to dive into how Francisco did it. He's living the network marketing dream everybody dreams about, thanks to what I taught him. The whale that I enrolled in my business in December added 80,000 people to my team by February, helping to bring the size of my team up to 500,000 people. Everyone is highly motivated and excited because your strategies and scripts are helping almost everyone experience faster results than they ever expected. You want to be successful in network marketing and you bring people into your business, you have to help them become successful. It's key. It's critical. In fact, let me jump over here. And so it's a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Your tools, how network marketers catch whales, and more important than that, how network marketers build teams. Because you're only going to be a top earner in your business if you help other people under you become successful. This was developed in 2015 at the request of 7 top earners and master distributors in different companies who wanted a 90-day game plan that they could use and apply. Every company has a 90-day game plan. Okay? So there are 4 steps. Preparation, pre-launch, launch, and event. Preparation. You bring somebody into your business. The steps that you have to take to get them ready. The importance of getting agreements with their families. Step 2, the pre-launch. Getting them ready. And finally, step 3, the launch. The importance of bringing people into your business, helping them develop a buddy system. Building a network marketing business is hard. It's even harder if you're doing it by yourself, if you're not part of a team. And finally, the events. Everybody that you hear that is successful in network marketing has a story. All of you are in the process of developing your stories. So when you hear that somebody jumped into a business and in the first month added 100 people, you have to ask yourself, is that duplicatable? Well, you have to look at the person that did it. Typically, you're going to find that those people been in network marketing for an extended period of time, and they're coming from one company to another. So how could that be duplicatable for you? In December, I recruited, when I was in December, in 4 days, I signed up 5 people every day. I signed up 20 people in my business. I went to my company event in January, and they brought somebody up on stage who added 250 people to the business in 2.5 weeks. I went crazy. How did he do it? Well, I found out by tracking him down, meeting him at the hotel bar one night. I bought him a couple of drinks and I got his story. He'd been in 4 companies in 10 years. Company A, B, C, and D. When company A went out of business, he went to company B and he brought people with him from company A. When B shut down, he took the people that he knew from the first company and the second company, brought them over to company C. That's how we did it. Now, is that duplicatable? Believe it or not, it can be. Because if you bring people from other companies, people that are whales, into your business, it's the same thing. Your business grows faster. Sheldon Miller was a Manatech presidential. He was my first coaching student. He was a top-ranking leader in the company, and we created a profile for him on America Online in December of 2006. Now, we didn't have webinars. We couldn't do it by video. I'm sitting on the phone. I know what he's looking at on his screen, and I'm helping him set up his profile. Now, everybody's got a story. Sheldon was a musician, and he worked in a retail store, and he was living in his car when a friend of his dared him to go to a Manatech meeting. Laughed at him, he wouldn't go. Then his friend dared him to go, and then his friend double dared him to go. And he said, you can't ignore a double dare. So he went to the meeting, caught the vision, went to work. 6 months later, he had a beautiful apartment. He was driving a BMW. The end of his first year, he reached the top level of the company. This guy had personality, but he wasn't into social media. He didn't have to be. He'd walk into a room. He reminded me of a comedian years ago called Flip Wilson. Funny guy. If he'd get into an elevator, by the time the elevator went up 2 floors, everybody in the elevator liked him. So I'm walking him through the process. I'm telling him, this is the screen. I know what he's looking at. Do this, do this, do this, do this. But I could tell by listening to him, he was kind of bored. He wasn't really into it. And if you're going to be successful in your business, you have to be into it. And if you're going to do it on social networks, you really have to be into it. And when you understand it and you position yourself correctly, not only will you be into it, you won't be able to sleep. So to get his attention, AOL had a section called Love on AOL, where men and women that were single, that were looking for relationships, would set up a little profile, things they like to do, and they included their pictures. The basic profile on AOL didn't have pictures. So while I'm giving him directions, I went over to Love on AOL, and I found about 5 women in the age range that he was looking, very, very pretty. And I emailed them the links. I said, check this out. These are some of the people you're going to meet. He opened up that first link, and it was like I poured ice water over him. He was all over this. So we finished up the profile. And before I let him go, I had to show him how to get back to Love on AOL. We did it over 3 days. And then I didn't hear from him for 7 weeks. 7 weeks. Went through the new year into January. January 21st, I got a phone call from him. I could still replay the call in my head. He says, Max, I said, Sheldon, how's everything going? He says, Max, I owe you a debt of gratitude that I will never, ever be able to repay. He says, I have the fastest growing team in Manatech. fastest growing team. I'm going to get an award at our international event at the end of February. I have added 3,500 people to my business since I started to do this. And he says, I hope you're coming to Manifest. That's what they call their big event at the end of February. Because I want you to meet my new wife. Because I'm getting married next weekend to somebody that I met online. I was blown away. In fact, because I was his friend, I said, there's something called maybe a long engagement. No. She's my soulmate. He was a musician. He played the drums. And his online name was Mr. Double Dare. Well, 2 weeks later, on December the 14th, Sheldon met an unhappy top-earning network marketing leader in Sea Silver, another company. She was also a musician that played the piano, and she had a bigger team in Sea Silver than he had in Manatech. But Sea Silver had big problems. Sea Silver had been founded in 2003, made health drinks and dietary supplements. At its peak, the company had 700,000 customers, distributors, and they had monthly sales as high as $20 million a month. Early in the year, on July 25th, the Federal Trade Commission ordered Sea Silver to pay almost $120 million in fines for using false and misleading product claims and ordered them to reimburse consumers. The bad publicity was killing recruiting and business building. Now, back then, the companies were responsible for the actions of their distributors. And that was one of the reasons why, for years, companies forbid their distributors from doing anything on the internet. So she started bringing her team of leaders, customers, and other leaders in the company and their teams over to Manatech. In 3 weeks, she'd bring 3,500 people into Sheldon's business. They had the fastest growing team in the company. In January 2007. The icing on the cake was they also got married. Sea Silver was closed January 3rd because the owners of the company were tired of fighting the Federal Trade Commission. Now, here's the thing. 70% of the people that are in a network marketing company are orphans. They're not part of a team. They're not working with a leader, which is one of the reasons why there's a tremendous attrition rate in the business. The people that brought them into the business are no longer in the business. So since the company was in all kinds of trouble, she brought people from her team. She reached out to other leaders in other teams because she had a solution to everybody's problems, and 3,500 people followed. Cindy worked at the post office. She was building a business in the People's Network. It was a 24-hour-a-day TV channel that broadcasted personal development TV. Now, she was building her business on AOL, and she connected with Roger, who was building a business in ACN. Both Cindy and Roger had several things in common. They both own horses. Were trying to build different network marketing businesses. Roger was earning $2,000 a month in ACN as an area manager and always expected to recruit Cindy into his business because she wasn't making any money in her company. She worked at the post office. She loved the company, and she would go to the events because it was her social life. And then ACN changed their pricing structure and their compensation. And they assured everyone that it wouldn't affect everyone's income. But when Roger received his first check under the company's new plan, his income was reduced to $700 a month. He wasn't happy. The same day Roger received his check, he noticed that Cindy was online. He sent her an instant message to find out more about the People's Network. Roger joined Cindy's business and provided her upline, me, with the names and contact information of all the ACN regional vice presidents. I contacted and recruited one regional vice president into our business who began to bring in his leaders. Subsequently, I would recruit 5 more regional vice presidents. Cindy's business would grow to 3,000 people in 3 months, and she would be called the internet queen of the company. So let's talk about these 10 secrets. Secret number 1, every month, 200 network marketing companies close or make unpopular changes that drive people out of the business. 2, every month, 300 new companies are launched, but 93% of them are going to fail within 5 years, adding to the pool of the companies that are closing. 3, network marketing companies recruit whales from other companies. Whales are leaders that bring large teams of people with them when they join your business. 4, whales will leave a good company and move to another company. On Saturday, we're going to explain why. 5, whales will leave a failing company and move to another one. Well, that makes sense. If you're a leader and the company is not paying you, if you're a leader and the company does something that's not in the best interest of the people, and now all of a sudden the people are complaining to the leader can go to the company and try to convince them that maybe we shouldn't be doing this. Or the leader can go and find another company. Or if not, the leader's going to watch a lot of his people leave. 6, 85% of the whales or leaders in a company have been in more than one company during their career. You don't know, when you first get into a business, you don't understand the whole deal. Most people get introduced to a product, they start using the product, but they don't understand the compensation plan. Even the people that get into it because they're looking for a business opportunity don't really understand the compensation plan, and they don't understand the subtle ramifications of things that the company does. 7, people usually make more money in their second or third company than they did in their first. 8, when you bring a whale into your business, it grows much faster and it grows much bigger. 9, help is available to anyone to recruit a whale. Even if you've only been in your business for a year or less, you connect with someone that's in another company and things aren't going well in that company, and they like your company, they don't have to be a whale. You can network with anybody in any company that's been with them for more than a year. They know who all the leaders are. They know who all the players are. Make a solid connection with anybody in the company, and that person inside the company can literally lead you to all the leaders. Anyone at any level of experience in network marketing can recruit a whale. And this is what we're going to be covering over the 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, the best things about network marketing are a low startup cost. You are never going to meet anybody that is as passionate about the network marketing business model than me. Never. But you're going to run into all kinds of people that have negative attitudes about network marketing, and in many cases, it's not undeserved. Network marketing companies open and close. Back in Sheldon's days, the companies were held responsible for the actions of their people. In September, Jeff Olson and his network marketing company, Neora, beat back a challenge by the Federal Trade Commission. And that changed the deal. Because now the Federal Trade Commission doesn't go after the company for the misactions of their leaders. They go after the leaders. So leaders are responsible for their actions. Olson did a great service to the industry. Low startup cost, leverage. Start a business for less than $500, you could start making thousands of dollars. No geographical restrictions, no limits to your income, and the income can be residual. Low business monthly overhead, no employees, the people. Personal development, because personal development is a built-in part of network marketing. You're not going to be the same person that you are today when you're making $10,000 a week. You're going to constantly be learning new things. Time freedom, financial freedom. Now, when it comes to income, compensation plans are complicated, and initially they're understood by everybody. Don't really understand the compensation plan. We fall in love with the products. We fall in love with the big picture, but we don't understand the compensation plan. And if you're going to be successful in the business, you have to be able to explain the compensation plan. Good luck with that. Additionally, 70% of the people in a company are orphans. The person that brought them into the business is no longer in the business, which means they have to rely on tools provided by the company. They're not part of a team. Jim McCune was a high school principal before he joined Amway. You know, I know 11 former high school principals that are all million-dollar earners in different network marketing companies. They know teachers, other school principals. Jim reached the rank of emerald and was closing in on diamond when he lost one of his diamond leaders because of Amway's breakaway compensation plan. Now, the company that I was in had a breakaway compensation plan. All I knew was at some point in time, part of your organization breaks away, but I never really appreciated the significance of that. Jim had no idea. Initially, Jim never understood the compensation plan and how it could affect them. So he resigned from Amway and he joined Melaleuca. He had a diamond. In order to be a diamond, you have to have a certain level of people under you. And he lost one of his diamonds. So he resigned Amway and he joined Melaleuca. Today, Jim's a corporate director in Melaleuca, the number 12 top income earner in the company. He's a good friend. And 5 of the executive directors on his team were previously Amway diamonds. So when you understand the Amway compensation plan, the Achilles heel, you could literally talk to anybody in the company. And they have no clue that, do you know that the breakaway compensation plan in your company, you could lose a large segment of your organization? People don't know that. So that's just to give you an idea of how the breakaway compensation plan works. So you're chugging along. You got 3 leaders in your team, and they've all got 5,000 people. You are upping the ranks. And you're feeling really, really good. You're finally beginning to achieve the dream you set for yourself. New month comes around, and boom. It's a breakaway. You lose that activity. It's significant. And so a lot of leaders, when they get bitten, they go to find another company, and then they can go back and start talking to other leaders in the same company. You know, I love the company, I love the products, but you know, I didn't understand what the breakaway compensation plan was. So they find another company, and then they literally can go in and bring people from their former company over to the new one. Only 30% of network marketers are on teams working with leaders. Now, over the last year and a half, I've made a study, done a survey, and 40 network marketing leaders or master distributors in different companies all agree 70% are not on teams They're orphans. They rely on the company to put on events. They rely on the company to develop tools. But the fastest growing teams have leaders that are developing these tools. 70%. So when you join a company, this is how it works. You join a company, you're coming from another company, and the first month you bring over 25 or 30 people from your previous company. Companies love success stories. They love to edify. Hey, Bonnie jumped in, we want to welcome Johnny Smith. Been with the company for 30 days, brought in, has a team of 60 people. Way to go. And everybody looks at who these people are. You got all the orphans that say, hey, here's somebody that, what are they doing? And so you're brought to the attention of the people in the company. Next month, the organization grows even bigger. The company edifies them even more. So they develop a name and recognition throughout the company. Typically what happens when a network marketing leader jumps into another company, they're looking for organic, natural growth. They bring over some leaders bring over customers. First month, second month, they're looking for growth. They're bringing more leaders over. But in the first 90 days, sometimes, the company isn't exactly what we thought it was going to be. Or they stay in the company. They're in the company for a year or two. Something happens. And now they jump to another company. But when they jump to another company, obviously they've got members of their teams, they got their leaders, they got all these orphans that look up to them. And so jumping from company to company, deal to deal, has evolved so it's no longer a bad thing. Okay? And Kurt, top earner in the business, says, that's how it works. And it's an eye-opener when you understand this. Next is better because you are better. Let me so Kurt, and for those of you that aren't connected to him, this is the guy that you really want to know. Okay. And some of the things that you're going to see him do, I'm going to put in the chat his LinkedIn link. Send him a connection request. Don't, he's not a prospect for your business, but some of the things he's going to post will help you improve your business. Let me come back over here. So, what does it take to be successful in network marketing? Decision, vision, grit, specialized knowledge. And that includes understanding the company's compensation plan, understanding how you make money, understanding how to structure your organization so that everybody makes the most money. Mentorship. The most successful people in your business become leaders, become mentors. When you bring somebody into the business, it is your obligation to help that person become successful. And one of the things that we're going to do during the retreat on Saturday, we talk about how to develop a $1 million mindset. And each retreat that we have, the content gets deeper. We have better success stories, a game plan. We're going to provide you with a game plan. Focus, integrity, leadership. That's right. You are going to evolve into a leader. And the truth is, anybody can be a leader. The truth is that you know more than other people. So you're constantly learning. And as you share your knowledge with the people that don't know what you know, you're a leader. Luck. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. You have to be prepared. You're in a constant learning situation. Personal growth, the right company at the right time, and continuous daily activity. Every day, you are going to learn new things. Every day, every month, you're going to learn new things. Think about what you knew about Facebook and LinkedIn last year in November. Think about what you know now. You're constantly learning. So there are important network marketing facts that you must continuously remember. Residual income is a wonderful thing and it attracts everyone to the business. You make the sale one time and continually get paid for your efforts. John Paul Getty's quote, "I'd rather have 1% of the effort of 100 men than 100% of my own effort." But you only get paid for as long as the company remains in business. I heard some things today from some network marketing leaders in some companies that what they're telling me it is really changing the deal. But the deal doesn't change for the little guys. The deal changes for the leaders. I guess it's human nature. You know, companies get started, the company owners are looking for people to build the business. So you put in 10 years, you got this huge organization that's growing organically. The company's paying you $25,000 a month. If the owners have integrity and appreciate what you've done, and you're continuing to contribute to the growth of the company, that's one thing. But what do you do when some bean counter in the accounting office goes to the owner of the company and says, you know, we're paying Barry over here $25,000 a month. He's not doing anything. Forget about what he did. Forget about the organization he helped structure and put together. And so the company gets greedy and they decide, you know what, we're going to change the comp plan. You know, if we lose Barry, we're going to save $25,000 a month. People that's brought into the business, they're going to stay because they love the products. You have to always remember that you are betting on many things. You're betting on the company's owners. You're betting on their integrity. You're betting on their commitment to the network marketing business model. You know, over the years, and we're going to share some of these history stories with everybody, companies that promote electricity, promote telephone service, get these people hooked up. So they rely on network marketing to build their networks. And then they get to a point in time where the network's in place. They cancel the distributor agreement. What can you do in a situation like that? Well, nothing really, because the distributor agreement says they can do it. But what you can do, and this is where you have power, is you can find another company and then reach out to all your friends, reach out to all the leaders. Say, listen, the deal changed here. I found another company, great products, phenomenal compensation plan. I've talked to the owners. It's a better deal. Go over to the new company and bring as many people that will follow you. Now, under certain circumstances, you can't do that because you got a non-compete. And network marketing companies historically will go after somebody that starts to attack their field. But if the company changed the compensation plan, if the company broke the agreement, then you got a clear shot. Not necessarily going to be an easy shot because network marketing companies will sue you. A lot of things to consider when you're looking for a business. You're betting on the company's management. Again, their integrity. You're betting on the company's leadership. That's why the longer a company has been in business, sometimes it's the better. There's stability. You're joining a startup. Well, how do we know who are these guys? You're betting on market trends because sometimes things happen in the market that nobody's got any control over. So you have to remember, if the company closes, you lose your residual income. If the company merges with another company, the compensation plan changes. It always changes. Always changes. And if the compensation plan changes, your residual income can shrink or stop altogether. And so for those of you that think you're helpless, no, quite the contrary. You're not helpless. Not at all. If leaders are unhappy, they'll find another company and they will take lots of people with them. Your warm market consists of everybody that you know, everybody that you're friendly with in your company, which is why you want to go to these company events. You want to meet other people, meet people outside your own group, outside your own team. I am arming you with information that 90% of people in network marketing don't have. Social information that will hand you social network mastery. And that knowledge alone will help you attract all kinds of people. It's huge. Common reasons companies close. Government agency. By the owners, they run out of money. Okay, we're done. By the owners of a company with a bankruptcy. By the acquisition with another company. By stopping production of a product. They stop manufacturing your favorite product. What are you going to do? By pulling out of a country. 2015, NECAM, that had been in business for years, withdrew from 14 companies throughout Europe. People lost their income. $1 million earners, gone. Last year, they pulled out of the rest of Europe. Avon and Mary Kay pulled out of Australia and New Zealand. People that have been working for those companies for years, they had customers, they had leaders, they had teams, gone. There are still people in Australia and New Zealand that were formerly leaders in Mary Kay or Avon that never came back into network marketing. By the Federal Trade Commission for violations, by the Food and Drug Administration, again, for violations, something's wrong with the products, by the SEC for violations, by a government agency with a cease and desist order, by a state attorney general with a restraining order. Once it becomes public that a company is being pursued by a government agency, the income opportunity is over. So ever wondered how some people achieve success in your business so fast? They become top earners by recruiting people with large circles of influence. People like him. And there are whales in all kinds of categories. There are whales, school principals, people that own a business, people that you know. So anybody can lead you to a whale. You bring somebody into the business, they go to their doctor, they bring the doctor into the business, the doctor's a whale. Sometimes as you're building your matrix, your organization, 8 or 9 levels down from where you started your business, somebody brings in a whale. The fast way to become a top earner is to talk to the people that you know that have large circles of influence, bring them into your business and help them bring in their friends. A faster way to become a top earner is to talk to professionals that you know that have large circles of influence. Bring them into your business and help them bring in their friends. But what they don't talk about, because historically, what do they teach you in network marketing? Make a list of your friends, go after your friends. Get out of your comfort zone. You got to go through 100 no's to get a yes. Reach out to your friends, people that you know. Well, what do you do when you run out of people that you know? What happens when you are a member of what they've come to call the NFL club? No friends left. You've been in more than 3 network marketing companies, you don't have any friends. What do? Well, you jump on social networks. You buy into some cockamamie schemes to build a business that will take you nowhere, except it'll drain your bank account. The fastest way to become a top earner, and this is where social networks are phenomenal. Talk to professionals that you want to know based on who they are, what they do, that have large circles of influence. Bring them into your business. Help them bring in their friends. Let's say you were a member of Toastmasters for years. You could reach out to presidents of other Toastmaster chapters. You could reach out to professional athletes. There's a whole list that we give you in the whale book of categories of whales. Bring them into your business, help them bring in their friends. And the group of people that have no experience in network marketing, we call outsider whales. Because once they are familiar with the product, they get passionate about it, they've got people that they can go to immediately. But the absolute fastest way, and frankly, the easiest way to become a top earner, is to talk to network marketing professionals that have large circles of influence, bring them into your business and help them bring in their friends, your team, your leaders. They're already trained. They are easy to find. These are called insider whales. And in the whale book, we show you how to identify them, how to connect with them. And during the retreat, we're going to dive deeper into these 10 secrets. I didn't know any of this, all right? The first year building a network marketing business, I did it the traditional way. Except I could not go to my friends, my warm market. Totally out of the question. In fact, I moved out of Fort Lauderdale and moved up to Palm Beach because I didn't want to be around all my friends. For 18 years, I had a large company. For about 9 years, I was the largest employer of downtown Fort Lauderdale until the government agencies moved in. Everybody knew me, but I got a divorce. I didn't want to run into people that I knew. So I moved out of town. I did everything. I ran ads in newspapers. I held hotel meetings. I networked happy hour in Palm Beach for 7 months to meet people. And I have the distinction of having recruited the largest group of dysfunctional distributors in the company. I was told that people don't make it in their first business. They always make it in their second or third. But I was determined I was going to make it in my first. And I was on my way to do it. And then the owners of the company sold the company. They sold it. Did they have to sell it? No. They did what was in their best interest as opposed to keeping the thing alive. Looking back at it now, I understood they didn't have a chance. They didn't have a choice. They had to do it. Most of the leaders didn't stay with the company. They didn't want to sell legal insurance. They went to other places. And I was invited because I was teaching everybody in the company how to do this on AOL. I was invited to speak at a big NECAN event in Anaheim, California. Launched my career. I spoke in front of 2,000 people, sold about $20,000 worth of training programs. I said, I can do this. So I joined the Direct Sales Association, and I've been teaching leaders and network marketers how to do this for years. Okay? So all of you, Kurt, so let's set up a time because I really want to understand what you're doing now, and we'll definitely clean it up. Okay. Now, change takes time, but all of you are heading down the road that will get you where you want to go. You're going to learn new things. Okay. You'll all learn new things. And I really encourage you. Now, one thing I want to share with you before I close. Last November and December, one of the things that you can always count on me for being kind of like at the edge, the forefront of things that are happening. You'll never talk to anybody that knows as much about Facebook and LinkedIn as me, because every month we have boot camps. Every day I'm working with coaching students. I'm in the accounts. I see what they're doing. And I take these changes and we develop strategies, we develop scripts that people can use. And in November and December, the year before, artificial intelligence and chat GPT was released. November, December, I introduced it to boot camp participants. I was really excited about it. And then I was disappointed because it was flawed. So I had to pull back the release of a new scripts book because it was loaded with chat GPT. And just like everything is changing, for those of you that have been students for a long time, you recognize that our training platform is different than what it was 2 years ago. LinkedIn has made some outrageous changes. Let me demonstrate one. You go over here. So here's somebody that wants to connect with me. So I'm going to accept them. Okay? And when I do, when I accept him, LinkedIn is going to tell me who some of his friends are, in case I want to connect with some of them. But then I look at the message. So this is what's going on here. He's trying to sell me something. Now, LinkedIn, to protect everybody, has put a cocoon around LinkedIn. If somebody sends you a link to a website and you want to click on it, they're going to warn you. You don't know who this person is. Go back. But when you go to communicate with somebody, let me come over here to my connections. Internet marketer. Okay. So now they're using artificial intelligence. They're giving me the language. I could either send this, I could do this, or they'll let me compose something. Scripts are terrible. So we're coming out with Max GPT. And what you're going to be able to do, you've got our scripts. Okay. You want to know what to say? You got our scripts. But now, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you're going to be able to communicate directly with my brain, because I am loading all my knowledge, all my scripts, the solutions to every possible scenario into the computer. And you're going to be able to literally go, I would say to someone in hotel management, the more information you put in there about the situation, and bada bing, bada boom, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you'll be able to do this. Not connected to a boot camp. And the best part that really has everybody excited about it is I'm starting an affiliate program. Now you could either pay $19 a month for access to the data for the chat bot, or you could recommend it to 3 people. I think it's 3, it might be 4. You recommend it to 4 people and you're getting it for free, because you're going to make a percentage of what other people pay. And we're going to carry that forward, not just for the chat. You'll be able to attend my boot camps. Okay? You'll be able to attend my retreats. There's even part of the affiliate program for my coaching program. Recommend somebody to coaching, you may get a commission. How far are we away from getting it done? Our goal is to release it in a week. 1 week. And the people that have seen it already, that have got to play with it, are telling me it is going to be a game changer. The people that you share this with are going to love you. Absolutely love you. So tomorrow night, we have the final session of our May boot camp, how to close sales. And we're opening up registration for those of you that are in boot camp. We put together a 90-day boot camp challenge, which you'll hear about. You can literally register for the June, July, and August boot camps at a reduced price. We're here to help you. But at the end of the day, it's all about conversation. It's all about you taking your profile, reaching out every day, meeting new people, every day, posting, contributing to the content that's floating around on Facebook, floating around on LinkedIn. Every person you connect with, you planted a seed. The more people like you, the more people respect you, the faster your business is going to grow. Now, I love sharing success stories. And I look forward at some point in time to sharing your success story. Telling how you started in this business and literally worked your way up. Devote yourself to the success of other people. That is a big, big part of the process. You're all on your way to becoming leaders. Somebody told you about a product, you love the product, it works. You have the opportunity to make as much money as you want. You have as much of an opportunity to build as big a business as you want, but you have to know the game. You have to know how things are played. And I'm excited to be a part of your education, helping you make that happen. So I'm going to be back. Boot camps tomorrow night. I apologize for those of you that were on our 4 o'clock Ask Max session. We lost power and I lost internet. Those things happen. But in 28 years of working with people, social networks, and I'm always excited about it, okay? Because where else can you reach out and connect with better people? Where else? Nowhere. Dress up, reach out, connect with people, devote yourself to the success of other people by sharing what you know about your company, about your deal. Show, and we're giving you steps to take so that literally you can give them things to do that will literally help them make sales right away. And it's totally duplicatable. So that being said, it's going to be an amazing summer. I like that. Learn, do, teach. That's exactly right. Thanks for that, Kurt. Until next time, best of luck in building your business, folks, and God bless. This is going to be posted on my YouTube channel.